What's up, everyone? This is Nate with Truckstop.com. Today, we're going to go over some new tools on the load board, starting with load views. Then we'll jump into our new Factorable or not Factorable. Then we'll head over to the brokers that work with new authority tool that we really think is going to be very beneficial for carriers and brokers alike. The load board's live, so let's get to work. Really excited to show you what Truckstop has implemented over the past couple months. This wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for feedback from carriers and brokers of how we can continue to get 1% better every day. Let's go ahead. Let's start with load views. We understand that just because a load is, updated or because a load gets posted, you don't know how many times it's been viewed. And especially as a carrier, that can be very frustrating, especially when you go to call on that load and it could either already be covered or the line's busy because you just don't know how many times it's been updated or viewed. So what we've done is we've actually made it now to where you can see this without even having to call the broker, and we've made it very easy to see how many views there have been on each of these loads posted. So as you can see here on this load going from Shepherd to Paradise, the load views are low. So if I click on this, what it's going to do is register that it's been viewed. And then if I click on, let's say this one, like Brookshire to Sanger, it's also going to show me that I was the first person to click on this. So if I scroll over here, I can see that this was last updated 2 minutes ago. So there's a really good chance that if I call on this load right now, I'm going to be able to get that booked. They're definitely looking for someone to haul that freight. And that kind of leads us right into our next tool that I'd love to show. And that's going to be if the broker's factorable or not. And we've actually taken it a step further. So on here, you can see if the load is eligible for Truckstop factoring. So what I'm going to be able to do is see all of these down the line. And let's just click on one here. And down here, I'm going to be able to check and see if this broker is factorable. So with a click of a button, it's going to tell me factoring eligibility. And it's also going to give me this little icon that says the approved factorability checks are valid for 10 business days. So you know that this broker is going to be good for at least another 9 business days. So on here, I'm going to be able to just make sure that broker is factorable. We've been very excited about this next tool, and we've definitely made some improvements even since it's first come out. But one thing that I'm really excited to show today is the brokers that work with new authority filter, because it is a tool for carriers, but it's also very beneficial to brokers. We've heard the feedback on either side. Carriers, you want to know if a broker is going to work with you if you have a new authority. And brokers, your time's valuable too, and you don't want to receive the calls from the carriers that just don't qualify. Nothing against the carrier, it's just they don't qualify to haul that freight for you yet. So on here, if I'm a carrier and I've had my authority for, let's say, 90 to 120 days, I can just type in 120 days. If I want to, I can include loads where the broker authority requirements are not available, where we're not able to verify because a broker hasn't opted in. But if I wanted to take it a step further, I know I'm not going to have as many loads that are going to apply to this. So the best part about this tool is it's going to take all of the guessing out of it. It's not going to show you anything unless you can haul it. So on here, I know that this broker will work with me if I have my authority for 120 days or longer. I can click on this. I have all of their information. And then what I can do as a newer authority is I can heart this and from the favorites tab. And what it's going to do, it's not going to show it on here because I don't have the company listed, but if you have the company filter on, you're going to be able to see that heart pop up as a favorites. So it's going to take a lot of the guesswork out of it for you. We just went from 230 loads down to 2. So if I wanted to, I can go back and let's say that I do want to see the brokers that haven't opted in yet. That way I'm not missing anything. This would be my suggestion. So that way you can almost use this as a Rolodex and call those brokers. If I wanted to, I could take this authority requirements filter, keep it at 120 days and press apply. And I know I'm only going to have a couple loads that are left, but that is the brokers that have opted in that I know I can haul the freight for. I can then pop up this little side card and have all of the information showing their days to pay, their experience rating, when their authority requirement is. So this specific broker, 1+ days. So that means that if you've had your authority for not even a month, you're going to be able to haul with them. So we're really excited about this. As more brokers opt in and as more carriers are able to use this filter, this is only going to get better over time. This has been one of the most requested features by far, both from carriers and brokers. Brokers so that they can stop getting the calls from carriers that can't take the freight, and then of course carriers so they know exactly what brokers will work with them. Which leads me into the last tool that I'm showing today. If there are loads that you do not think are quality, we have now made it to where you can thumbs up or thumbs down based off of if this is a quality load posting. Because if this is a load that you think is fake, if this is a load that you don't think is real, but this is also for your benefit, because if you think that this is a fake load, this is going to go straight to Truckstop and our assurance and security department. So we're going to be able to have closer eyes on it than we already do and be able to bring even more benefit to that for you. And I'm also excited to say that this is just the tip of the iceberg. We know that there's a lot more in store. These 4 new tools are a great start as far as the next iteration of Truckstop, but we're nowhere near done. I can't wait in future videos to show you everything that's coming or already here, tips and tricks, and for everybody to see the next evolution of Truckstop.com. These 4 tools could not have been made without all of your guys' feedback. So please keep the feedback coming, whether it's to me on LinkedIn or through email. It's really easy to find me. We also have a Truckstop community page. We have a LinkedIn community page. I will always take meetings as far as any feedback that you have that can make us even better. And we are always looking at ways to improve. So once again, thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate everybody's time and feedback. Could not do this without you. And until next time, my name's Nate. Keep on trucking.